What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another reaction video, man. So we got this small YouTuber named One Star Wrestling. We're gonna put his link and everything in the description and the original video in there, just in case you guys want to watch without my reaction and stuff like that. Hope you guys want to tune in. Hope you guys like it, man. I used to be a big fan of wrestling. I still am. John Cena is like one of my favorite wrestlers. One of them. The Rock is always my all-time favorite. I don't know why. The Rock got me into liking wrestling and WWE and stuff like that, so I really love that. But I always wanted to react to this. I saw it pop up today at work, so I'm gonna react to it. He a smaller YouTuber like I am. He got like 21 subscribers. I got 400. So let's help each other grow, baby. So hopefully he appreciate me doing this, and I really hope he accept me or allow me for doing this and stuff like that. So I feel he gonna put a lot of work into it. So let's get started. Sorry about all the rambling, y'all. Let's get it popping.
Do you feel him, sir?
Hello everyone and welcome to a fantasy booking video where today I'm going to be booking, in the fantasy terms, wowee, the retirement of John Cena. Now, do I think that WWE did a fantastic job? No. Do I think that there's any perfect way to really make John Cena's retirement go, well, perfectly? No. But I gotta say I'm not 200% thrilled and satisfied with how it's been. So, yeah, that's what this video is. It's gonna be a quick one. Just a little fuck around. Oh god, I haven't uploaded in forever video. And yeah, let's get into it. Hope you guys enjoy. If you do enjoy or you have any criticisms, leave them down in the comments. Let me know how badly I fucked up. Or if you like it at all, that'd be super cool too. Okay, let's get into it. So for this, we're going to go all the way back to July 6th of 2024, being Money in the Bank, where John Cena announces his 2025 retirement. I do think that him announcing it very ahead of time is a really good time for him to properly, just do that announcement, have it put out into the world and make sure that it's done. There's plenty of time for WWE to start like raising rumors, start getting stuff going like, oh, who's he gonna face in his last run, stuff like that. I think that was very smart, whether that was intentional or what. I mean, it's WWE. What's intentional, what's not intentional at this point, who really knows? One of the biggest things I'm gonna be doing with this booking video though is having Cena actually show up quite a fucking lot. I hate this like idea with everything like, oh, Cena, we have to use him sparingly. He's a big commodity. We have rare events. Only this show, not that show. This show. Fuck you. Go 3 hours this way to go to this show. No, none of that. First time we're gonna have him show up, I can't actually remember off the top of my head without stopping the recording and googling if he did or not. He's gonna show up at August 3rd at SummerSlam. He's gonna show up to SummerSlam to do some in between match talking, and note that the Intercontinental title is all he needs for a Grand Slam. Let's start setting the scene for Cena's retirement run way earlier than just like, oh, he's going to be in the Royal Rumble. Again, I could be wrong off the top of my head. I have a script for the booking, not so much exactly what Cena was doing bit by bit. Stay with me here. So Cena will show up at ringside at that August 3rd SummerSlam for the IC title match, and afterwards he's going to congratulate Braun Breaker, the Intercontinental Champion, and Braun Breaker's going to be like, oh, cool, that's John Cena. I'm going to spear the shit out of him. This, of course, will set up a match for August 31st Bash in Berlin. It's going to be Cena versus Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship, where Braun Breaker is going to retain over John Cena. At the
Oh, that's like that'd be a good match. I think that's like a good twist. Have Braun Breaker spear John Cena, whatever, then they end up fighting and stuff. They have a match. I like that. I like that idea. That's kind of cool. Get some young action in there.
Post-show conference, John Cena is going to put over Braun and say he's the future of the WWE. All that nice stuff. Braun really brought the fight, and I thought that I could get things done, but not quite. But hey, there's still plenty of gas, still plenty of a run left in me. Let's keep this run going. That kind of thing. We are going to have Cena take a little bit of time off before October 7th, where Cena's going to cut a promo about looking forward to his retirement year and possibly facing opponents he's never faced off against, or maybe only faced a couple of times, which prompts Finn Balor to come out. Finn comes out and says, John Cena, you're past your heyday. Fuck you, I'm Irish. You couldn't beat me if you tried. And the match starts immediately where Cena squashes Finn Balor. Next week,
That's not too bad. But I don't like how he squashed Finn Balor. I think they should have a good match, though. A good 10-minute match or something like that. But I actually like that touch. I think they should have like a good 10-minute match, and John Cena beats Finn Balor, and Finn Balor puts over John Cena. Just for that fact.
On October 14th, it's going to be John Cena versus JD McDonough, which is booked by Adam Pearson. It's sort of like, Cena, hold on. Let's see if we can get some matches in you before the retirement run really starts. Judgment Day, they don't like you. Cena's like, okay. Jobber squash time. Cena squashes JD and gets jumped by Carlito, and we have another match announced, this time for Crown Jewel. November 2nd, Crown Jewel, we get the first of several little rematches and special matches, in my opinion. Yes, I'm counting Carlito match as a special match. Who remembers the John Cena-Carlito rivalry? I do. It was okay. It was fun. So November 2nd at Crown Jewel, Cena's going to beat Carlito and then solo the Judgment Day after to send the crowd happy with a whole little like, hey guys, you want to see me solo an entire fucking stable? It's not burying, I promise, moment. John Cena's then going to take a couple months off, and we're going to get into 2025 at the January 6th Raw, where Cena announces his Royal Rumble entry before being interrupted by The New Day, which sets up a tag match for next week. Xavier and Kofi are going to be like, well, Cena, you're on your retirement run. All your old friends, your allies, they're retired or they're busy. Who do you possibly have that can help you? January 13th rolls around, and guess what? His partner is Jey Uso. They beat The New Day. Cena yeets all over the place. It's a great time. February 1st, the Royal...
That's not too bad. That sounds pretty cool. In my opinion, though, this just did something like that you'll never really see that much. Him and CM Punk, but you see him like team up a few times, or him and Randy Orton. Now, him and Randy Orton would have been dope. And Randy Orton just RKO him right after the match, and they have that little match at Backlash.
Rumble, Jay still wins the Royal Rumble, and Cena does his little ramp sit of shame. You know the one, the WrestleMania post-Rock match sit down of, oh man, that thing. At the post-show conference, John Cena puts over Jey Uso and announces an entry into the Elimination Chamber. You see him do a little bit of a weird silence, but it's not too noticeable unless you're a fucking nerd. You know, he kind of looks off to the side a little bit, you know, straight face, serious-looking John Cena face, and he gets back to it like, hey, did you guys enjoy the match tonight? A couple weeks later, it's the February 14th SmackDown, and Cena shows up, talks big, you know, my time is now. The Chamber's going to be my time. And Solo Sikoa says, nuh-uh, says he is in the Chamber. We're going to have Solo Sikoa replacing Logan Paul. The full Elimination Chamber is going to be mostly a John Cena Greatest Hits Chamber, but Solo Sikoa's in there too. It's going to be Punk, Cena, Solo Sikoa, Seth Rollins, The Miz, and Randy Orton. John Cena and Solo Sikoa then have a match later in the night, and at that point, Jacob Fatu attacks Cena after the match. Next week on SmackDown, we're going to have John Cena and Jacob Fatu have a little match there. Cena wins. Then he solos the not-so-bloodline because, hey, it's a great time to have Cena solo every stable because Super Cena is alive and well. Fast forward to March 1st, the Elimination Chamber. Randy Orton is going to win the Elimination Chamber. Cena is very pissed off. Post-show conference.
Oh. So it's different. Instead of John Cena winning the Elimination Chamber, Randy Orton will win it. Huh, I like that.
Shows a little bit of anger, but a whole I'm still positive about WrestleMania thing. We come to March 7th SmackDown where John Cena is seen talking with Nick Aldis about like, come on, one more chance to get in the WWE title match. Come on, I want it. The fans want it. You know, this is face Cena, but he's kind of doing a little bit of like, hey, come on, man. I'm John Cena. Give it to me. Nick Aldis, of course, says, LOL, no, but here's this, and he books John Cena versus The Miz in a contender match for the U.S. title. There's also going to be a title match for the U.S. title between LA Knight and Shinsuke Nakamura, where LA Knight is going to beat Shinsuke in that main event. After LA Knight wins that title, we have John Cena come out, and we have a little bit of face-off, because, you know, Cena's going to beat The Miz, obviously. And while LA Knight and John Cena are facing off, Jacob Fatu is going to come out and attack both of them. March 14th SmackDown, we're going to have Jacob and Solo, mostly Jacob, seen beating the brakes off of Shinsuke Nakamura, The Miz, John Cena, and LA Knight throughout the night. I'm talking after their matches, in backstage segments. Somebody is going to be interviewed, like DIY is going to be getting interviewed backstage, and you're just going to see John Cena getting the shit beat out of him in the back area. Nick Aldis, at some point in the night, says, hey, what the fuck, this has got to stop. Books John Cena versus Jacob Fatu next week, where if Jacob Fatu wins, he gets into the U.S. title match for WrestleMania, which is, at this point, LA Knight defending the U.S. title against John Cena.
Oh, so they basically switched it around. So John Cena doesn't go against Cody Rhodes for the Universal Championship. Instead, he go against LA Knight at WrestleMania.
March 21st SmackDown, we have Jacob Fatu beating John Cena and setting up a
Did I hear it?
March in the U.S. title against John Cena match for WrestleMania, which is at next week, where if Jacob Fatu wins, he gets into the U.S. title match for WrestleMania, which is, at this point, LA Knight defending the U.S. title against John Cena.
Yeah, I was right. I heard right. Make sure.
March 21st SmackDown, we have Jacob Fatu beating John Cena and setting up a triple threat at WrestleMania between LA Knight, Jacob Fatu, and John Cena for the United States title. Fast forwarding a little tiny bit right to WrestleMania Night 1, Jacob Fatu is going to beat John Cena and LA Knight to win the United States title. I think this would...
So it basically made it a triple threat match. Okay, so you basically did, instead of a singles match, made it a triple threat match so John Cena could still get into WrestleMania. Okay, gotcha. I see where you at now. So it's he basically making John Cena put everybody over. That would seem like as right now.
Not only be a great way to use Cena at WrestleMania without having to give him a win. Also, it just gives Jacob Fatu his WrestleMania moment. We can protect LA by having Cena take the loss, because Cena is someone who can take losses and not be diminished, whereas LA Knight, please, for the love of God, don't make him take the pinfall. Make him just not be involved in the result. It's slightly less bad. Once again, we get the John Cena sad on the ramp, everybody pointing to laugh at the big Cena man, Fruity Pebble fuck. The post-show conference, Cena is completely quiet when he comes out. Like, have him sit down for a good, 45 seconds, a minute, and just kind of looking around, and he shrugs, and he's like, just couldn't get it done. And then he's like, I don't know, man. You know, this year it's all about last chances, little things here and there. You know, I am looking forward to what the future holds. He's all smiles. He's happy. It's like, all right, what do you got for us, Cena? A couple nights later is the Raw after WrestleMania, and Cena shows up all smiles, shaking hands with Adam Pearce. He's the newest Raw signee, Hot Agent Cena. Main event set via a John Cena favor. It's John Cena versus Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental title, which Dominic Mysterio won off Braun Breaker at WrestleMania. Dominic Mysterio retains the title because of Judgment Day buffoonery. Cena goes just a little apeshit, going after the entire Judgment Day, and AA and Carlito through both tables. John Cena is
So he basically building him up. So he basically building up and catch up all these L's and tell John Cena, so John Cena can turn into a heel. That's what I'm getting right now. That's what I'm feeling. That he's gonna make him come out like the ultimate heel. Cause you know he's catching all these losses, all these L's and stuff, and failing.
Fired up. This is not heel John Cena yet, but Cena is very fucking pissed off. So pissed off, in fact, that the next week he jumps Dominic Mysterio backstage. Cena is pissed. He's very angry. Put a little fucking anime forehead throbbing thing of anger. You know the one that's like a weird plus sign? That thing. Is Cena angry? Pierce is like, okay, John Cena, Jesus Christ, please don't kill my Intercontinental Champion. That would suck. Okay, you got another shot at Backlash. How about that? We come to May 10th at Backlash, where John Cena is going to beat Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental title, becoming a...
Wow. It says John Cena, well, so far, it says John Cena becoming the 17-time world champion to beat Ric Flair's world title record. But I know that they say Ric Flair is a 21-time, but for him to beat Ric Flair's 16-time world championship record, they kept it as a tie. He kept it as a tie so far and made John Cena a Grand Slam instead. Okay. So he basically achieved everything.
Grand Slam champion. And Cena is just so happy that he decides to AA Dominic Mysterio in the middle of the ring after the match. And then he throws Dominic Mysterio outside of the ring and AAs him through a table. For fun. Why not? I'm John Cena and your ass is grass. At the post-show conference, John Cena is overly happy and smiley. He's having a great time. Everything is great. I'm John Cena and I'm the best. A couple nights later on Raw, Dominic Mysterio gets a rematch and he beats Cena clean. No Judgment Day buffoonery. No heel Cena things yet. Cena is still a face. He's just a little fucky. He just beats John Cena clean. Give Dominic Mysterio a big rub, give him his title back, and make John Cena go back to that ramp where he does his little sad ramp sit of shame. God, I fucking love this picture of John Cena sitting on the ramp like a sad little baby. It's the best. John Cena tries to go ape
So he lost the title already to Dominic Mysterio. Okay.
shit. Starts punching the fuck out of Dominic Mysterio. Again, this still isn't quite, heel Cena. It's just like, hey, Cena, what the fuck are you doing? To which Jey Uso decides to ask that question by coming out and going, hey, John Cena, what the fuck are you doing? I'm Jey Uso. I'm the crowd favorite. Cena relents. Jey Uso's like, all right. Dominic Mysterio tries to jump Jey, but Jey gets to jump on him, super kicks him, yada yada. Jey starts to yeet all over the place, and John Cena is stood behind Jey while Jey's on the top rope. He's got that look in his eyes. John Cena's got that old ruthless aggression look in his eyes, but he doesn't do anything about it. He just waves it off, kind of shakes his head, starts smiling, and he poses up on the ropes opposite Jey with a shrug and the John Cena finger circles. About half a month later, it's June 2nd, and we get the announcement that John Cena is going to face AJ Styles in a World Heavyweight title contenders match.
Ooh. So he added AJ Styles into it. I like that. Yeah, 'cause that's a match I really wanted to see again. Like them two throw at it again, man. Oh my gosh, man. I love seeing AJ Styles and John Cena back in 2016 going at it, man. That rivalry was fire. So that's kind of cool. So hopefully he'll turn heel and he'll make it like, like this the reverse of roles. This time John Cena's the heel, AJ Styles the babyface.
AJ is backstage. He's feeling fired up. He's recently won some matches against some real top talent, and him and Cena have a quick little moment where it's like, hey, Cena, good to see you again, buddy. Remember when I beat the shit out of you? And Cena's all smiles, nodding, saying hi. It's good to see ya. Then, John Cena beats AJ Styles in that main event to get the World Heavyweight title shot at Money in the Bank. But I haven't mentioned who the World Heavyweight Champion is. That World Heavyweight Champion is Jey Uso, who still beat Gunther back at WrestleMania to win the title. So, Money in the Bank comes. Jey Uso beats John Cena to retain. And after the match, Jey Uso kind of helps Cena up. He's like, hey, Cena, it's all good. We're good, right? You're my boy. You're my bro. Shakes Cena's hand. Cena shakes his hand back. They have a little moment. And John Cena yeets all over the place with Jey. It's a great time. Until John Cena kicks Jey Uso and his little Usos.
Okay, so that's when he turned heel. So he turned heel on Jey Uso when Jey Uso beat him. Okay. I see what we doing. I see where we at. You eating now. I see it. You're eating.
Can you tell at this point in the video that I'm a fucking like Adam Blampied fan? Because I have a lot of his mannerisms. It's kind of funny. Kind of stupid. Yeah, John Cena turns heel by kicking Jey Uso right in his little super kickers. He hits Jey Uso with not one, but two attitude adjustments and starts doing little yeets over Jey Uso. When Sami Zayn comes out and says, hey, dude, what the fuck is going on? And guess what happens to Sami Zayn? 2 AAs. John Cena has officially turned heel. The crowd are pissed. Jey Uso is laid out, and now Sami Zayn is a victim of circumstance. Guess what else is happening at Money in the Bank? Cody Rhodes, who won the WWE title back at Mania, is defending the title belt, and he loses the title. Who does he lose it to? He loses it to Randy Orton. Randy Orton now has 16 world title reigns. A couple days later, it's June 9th for Raw. John Cena drops his first heel promo. Basically the same shit as IRL. Focus on anything to get number 17. He's got a game plan, he has a mission, and he's not letting anyone get in the way. Sammy comes out and says, Cena, this is not the way you want to do it. Come on, John, you're better than this. I remember the John Cena who accepted my open challenge acceptance, really, because you're the one who put it out, John, for the U.S. title back in the day. I remember coming out there and facing the real John Cena, the proper John Cena. And Cena's like, hey, Sammy, go fuck yourself. Main event set for that Raw, and it's Sami Zayn versus John Cena. Cena beats the fuck out of Sami Zayn. Like, I'm talking the NXT Championship match between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, where instead of 1 million power bombs, it's like 1 million AAs. After a certain point, Kevin Owens comes out after to save Sami. Let's just pretend in this timeline that Kevin Owens did get absolutely fucking demolished and injured. Even after everything that Kevin Owens tries to do, John Cena still manages to take Kevin out with an AA, and John Cena stands tall at the end of the...
Okay, I like that. So Kevin Owens coming out for the safes. Kevin Owens not even injured in this timeline. Y'all call it a timeline, though. Well, basically, it's going to be a timeline or a multiverse he making. So, he rebooking. So, that's kind of cool. I like that.
Night. We go to June 28th at Night of Champions, and Cena is going to beat Kevin in a submission match. We get Kevin doing a sharpshooter for the pop, though, because, come on, we love Kevin Owens doing little tributes to fellow Canadians. Also at Night of Champions, we're going to have Cody Rhodes in the rematch against Randy Orton, but Cody is going to fail to win back the title from Randy Orton. July 4th SmackDown, it is time for Cena to come out really happy heel time and says he deserves a little something for his hard work. He beat Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. He deserves a world title shot against the WWE champion, Randy Orton. So, of course, he calls out Randy Orton, but instead of Randy, he gets Cody Rhodes, saying Cena can't cut a line. Cody's pissed off that Cena's taking what he sees as the easy way out in terms of his journey to a possible title shot. He is incensed. Cody is fired the fuck up. Nick Aldis, of course, sees money signs and makes a match for Saturday night's main event XL. It's going to be Cody Rhodes versus John Cena, #1 contenders match for the WWE Championship. July 12th at Saturday night's main event XL, Cena is going to beat Cody and become the #1 contender for the WWE title.
I like this. I like how you did it. So he can still get the match between the two. Oh, I like that. The match between the two 16-time world champions, John Cena and Randy Orton. I dig it. I can dig it. I can dig it. I like that.
Then between July 12th and August 3rd, between those days, basically Saturday night's the main event in SummerSlam, Cena and Orton are going to have a couple promos, contract signing. Orton's going to be like, Cena, you know, as much as you're a bad guy, as much as you want to pretend to play the villain, you and I both know who the real villain has been over the years. You and I both know that I, the Viper, the Legend Killer, have much more of a sadistic streak in me. You can't beat me, John, especially not how you are right now. Then August 3rd comes. It's night 2 of the first ever 2-night SummerSlam, and John Cena beats Randy Orton in the main event to win the WWE Championship and break the record, number 17.
Yo, I like that. He made John Cena weak, you know, as a good guy, losing and everything, and as he was slowly turning heel and slowly turning bad. Okay, I like that. He becomes the IC title, the IC champion, loses. Then he beats Cody Rhodes and all of them to have a #1 contender match against Randy Orton, the battle of two 16-time world champions, and he ended up breaking the record by beating Randy Orton. I like that.
Now, you might be thinking, why didn't I just do this at WrestleMania? Why didn't I just like peter this out to have the big WrestleMania moment? Well, A, because I can't think of that without thinking of the awful Travis Scott moment. God, I fucking hate Travis Scott wrestling. Why were you there, Travis Scott? And that's kind of partially ruined it for me. And also, I think that the SummerSlam this year was all right. It was okay. It was a pretty solid match and all. But SummerSlam needs a huge moment if it's going to be a 2-night thing. And in my eyes, I mean, a title change as well as a record break, like that feels proper fucking huge. So, John Cena's a 17-time world champion, and the next SmackDown on August 8th, he holds a giant fuck-off heel celebration. I'm talking fireworks, ribbons. He has legends in the ring. He has Ric Flair there. Hulk Hogan is there. All these legends and former WWE champions are there, against their will, as John Cena celebrates and has a great time. But there's one person missing, John Cena says. He says, where is the cerebral assassin? He calls Triple H out to the ring.
I like that. So he made himself get a ceremony and have all these champions that was in the past to see him because he became the 17.
Trips comes out, congratulates John, something. Oh, I wish you did it differently. You're kind of on the wrong path, but I can't just not respect the record. And Cena takes offense to that. He's like, Trips, you don't get it. Mr. Triple H, Paul H. Levesque, I'm the fucking GOAT. I'm the best. What do you mean? You want to fight about it? Cena grabs Triple H by the throat. Triple H pushes Cena off, gets in his face like, if I didn't have a pacemaker, I'd be kicking your ass. And it looks like Cena is about to beat the brakes off of Triple H. But who comes out but CM Punk? Now, at this point, CM Punk's currently drafted to Raw. But Punk comes out and he's like, listen, John, I was back there, but this is ridiculous. What kind of coward are you going after Triple H? Me and Triple H were able to fix our issues, but how come you're all of a sudden acting like you're the best in the world? You're not the best in the world, even if you break that record. I am. You want to fight someone, how about you fight me? But Cena says, no, I'm good. The next Raw, we have Punk in a match against, I don't know, let's have Finn Balor. Finn Balor's a good person to take a loss. Punk wins, and then afterwards, Punk is celebrating. He calls out John Cena and says, John, I know you're not on Raw, but I know you're back there. You're the WWE champion. You're doing all these little photo shoots and something. How about you come out here and face me like a man, unlike how you walked away like a coward on Friday? Cena comes out, but he doesn't just, come down to the ring. He comes out through the crowd, kicks Punk in his dick, and just says, you know what, Punk? You're right. You are the best in the world. You're the best in the world at laying on the mat and losing, laying back and letting corporates companies and pushovers and babies like Tony Khan, because it's John Cena, he can get away with this, dictate your wrestling future. Basically, Cena's just going to bury Punk on the mic very, very similarly to how he did at the Grand Rapids Friday Night SmackDown earlier this year, which, by the way, I was at, and it was a great time. This sets up Punk not just getting a possible shot at the WWE title via contenders match, but Punk is drafted to SmackDown, where on August 15th, it's going to be CM Punk versus Damian Priest, who has been tearing ass on SmackDown, versus The Miz, because he's The Miz and he's awesome, in a contenders match for the WWE title. John Cena's watching from ringside. He gets on commentary a couple times and says, "Get a load of these guys. They're awful. I'm the great. I'm the best, right, Michael Cole?" And who wins the match but The Miz off of a lucky roll-up after Cena distracts CM Punk? Because
Oh, that's something I wouldn't expect in that story. So CM Punk ended up taking the pin from The Miz, and The Miz ended up winning, so John Cena can give Miz the hands. Interesting. So it's he's basically going against everybody in his past now.
Because John Cena knows that CM Punk is an actual threat. But John Cena has beaten The Miz before. So Miz gets the roll-up. Cena beats CM Punk down on the outside of the ring real quick while Miz watches and goes, "Haha, get a load of that guy." And then Cena grabs the mic and says, "Miz, buddy, why don't we do it right now?" Miz, being the stupid little dumb fuck baby he is, accepts the match for right now, and he gets squashed by John Cena, who then says, "Now I can go fuck off for a while, LMAO." Upcoming Raw, Cena comes out on Raw and basically just talks down on Punk more, saying, "You really thought this CM Punk was going to get a shot at my title? You really thought that CM Punk was going to be the hero of the story? He's not the hero. I'm the hero. I'm the best." And then John Cena says, "Well, I've done my contracted need to be out here, show up on every show, sell some merch," because yes, in this timeline, Cena's also getting the every special city has a special Cena shirt thing. And he goes to his hotel room. But guess who's waiting in his hotel room? It's CM Punk, who casually beats the shit out of John Cena. I'm talking hotel trays. I'm talking throwing him onto the bed and hitting a flying elbow from the desk. Do some real creative, cool, funny stuff in the hotel room. At the
That's like old school WWE/WWF/WWE right there. Fighting in places like that, like the supermarket with Stone Cold and Booker T. Oh my god, that'd be dope though. CM Punk beating up John Cena in the hotel and stuff like that, and jumping off stuff and hitting them. Yo, that would make clean.
SmackDown on August 22nd, Nick Aldis makes it official in a backstage segment with CM Punk and says that later on in the night, he's going to book John Cena versus CM Punk for the WWE title at Clash in Paris. August 31st at Clash in Paris, John Cena beats CM Punk, but Cody comes out afterwards to stop the beatdown that's happening to Punk, because lol, Punk loses. But Cena, of course, being Super Cena, beats the piss and shit out of Cody. Cena then disappears for about a month. It's September 26th on SmackDown. CM Punk and Cody Rhodes just beat the team of, let me think. Let's say Street Profits. And Punk and Cody get the mics, and they're just like, "Hey, where is the WWE champion anyways? No, we're all guilty of taking some time off when we're champion, not being here every single week." But John Cena calls himself the best. He's not even here every single week. Call him out, and John Cena appears via satellite, haha, funny rock callback, to basically say, "How about you both fuck off and die? I have my dates booked. I have my retirement tour booked to a T. I'm not here until Crown Jewel." And then he says, "But Nick Aldis has informed me that I do have to defend my title against you two losers at Crown Jewel. So I'll see you then. Until then, keep my name out your mouth." Crown Jewel arrives, and it's John Cena versus CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes, where John Cena wins. 2 days later, October 13th, Raw comes around, and John Cena says, "Who else can I beat? I've beaten all your top stars. I've beaten CM Punk. I've beaten Cody Rhodes. I've beaten Randy Orton. Nobody is on my level. And I'm so confident in that fact that I'm going to bring back a little something. Remember the US Open Challenge? Remember the nobodies I beat back then? How about I beat another nobody? Backstage area. I know some of you have to be chomping at the bit to be getting in the ring with John fucking Cena. So how about someone comes out and we have ourselves a little match?" And we get a nice little surprise. Chad Gable comes out. He's got a big puffy chest. It's an actually somewhat competitive match. Let Chad Gable cook a little bit. But John Cena's going to overpower him and beat him, of course. The next week is October 20th for Monday Night Raw, and John Cena starts the show off by saying, guess what, guys? I've got time off and only have to work so many dates thanks to a deal between me and TKO. Thanks, Rocky. But Adam Pearce comes out and says, eat shit. The Rock can eat shit. Suck my bald head. This is my show. And he tells John Cena that he has to come to Raw and SmackDowns when he and Nick Aldis say. Cena's pissed off, but basically says, all right, whatever, cool. You know, I'll do you one better, Adam. How about another open challenge? Who do you got lined up for me? Who's sitting back there ready to face the champion? We get a little backstage segment. We see a lot of Raw superstars kind of going like, I don't know. And we see a couple of people like, I'm fucking good. Like, let's have Grande Americana like standing there backstage. Everybody looks at him. They're like, hey, come on, Grande. And he's like, no English. And he runs away. But someone is going to fight him. Javon Evans comes out. Let's have an NXT call up during this. Javon Evans comes out and, of course, gets beat. We're not going to have him win. Of course, after the match, Javon Evans takes a couple AAs. John Cena standing in the ring, yells at the hard camera. We can all hear it at home because camera audio. Who is going to stop me? I'm the best. Until you hear a certain person's music. Say his name and he appears. I can't sing this in tune. Clap, clap. It's Joe Hendry. A fun fact I should mention at this point. At this point specific.
That's kind of cool. That sounds interesting. Instead of him fighting Randy Orton, he would have fought John Cena.
I wrote this back in April. So currently he's either going to be still full WWE or he's lost the TNA title. Let's just pretend he's full WWE by now. Lol. Joe Hendry comes out to the ring. He's doing the wave. The crowd loves it. John Cena just stares at him. Doesn't say a word. Doesn't even shrug at him. Just walks past him. Hard bumps him in the shoulder like he doesn't even see Joe Hendry. Because John Cena is going to put over some TNA nobody. Next week, October 27th, Raw comes around. Hendry and a few other people are in the office. And they're supporting Joe Hendry. It's people who Joe Hendry have faced in NXT or the rare couple other times that Joe Hendry has been in WWE at this point. And they're like, come on, man, come on, give him a shot. And Adam Pearce is like, okay. You can have a shot, but you have to earn it like everybody else. You're not a WWE guy after all. You're a TNA guy. You got to earn your spot around here. And he says he can start earning it by facing Sheamus at the end of the night in the main event. So the October 27th Raw main event is Joe Hendry versus Sheamus, and Hendry wins, but just barely. Sheamus shows him a little sign of respect, hits the fella pose, does a little like Joe Hendry head turn with Joe Hendry, but Sheamus gets kicked in the dick by John Cena, who then hits an AA on Joe Hendry. Cena stands tall, and this is the first time he's acknowledged Joe Hendry by looking down on him. October 31st, SmackDown, Nick Aldis believes in Joe Hendry, but wants to make sure that Joe Hendry is ready for Cena. Because, again, he's a new guy. He's a TNA guy. We can't just...
He got my man John Cena kicking everybody in the dick. Jey Uso, Sheamus. Yeah, he kicked everybody in the balls today. Okay.
Give him a shot. So he books Joe Hendry versus Solo Sikoa. Joe Hendry wins, but he then gets jumped by the rest of the totally not the bloodline trademark symbol. Yes, we're going to have Joe Hendry work both Raw and SmackDown because I think the best way to have Joe Hendry at this point, have him work a shit ton. Expose him to the crowd. Show him off to the fans. Get him more over than he already is. November 3rd, Raw. It's going to be Joe Hendry versus Kofi Kingston, where Hendry wins and reverse jumps Xavier and Kofi when they try to fuck him up. And there's still no sign of John Cena. Just Joe Hendry, who is showing the world that he is coming for that title. He's calling out John Cena. He's making it apparent that Joe Hendry wants to be the guy to beat Mr. 17. A few days later, it's Joe Hendry versus The Miz, which is an easy win for the SmackDown match, before JC Mateo jumps him and hits him with a tour of the islands. John Cena comes out afterwards, bitches and moans about how he's being forced to show up, and buries Joe Hendry on the mic. I'm talking some lines like, Joe, while you were flailing around on some indie B company, I was in the main events. I was winning titles. When I won the WWE title for the 17th time, what were you doing? Facing some loser like Dolph Ziggler, maybe some face-painted freak like Jeff Hardy? You know, throwing some names there for some funny ha-has. Just a pure, absolute burial. November 10th, Raw comes out, and Joe Hendry puts out an open challenge of his own and says, hey, if our bitch-made WWE champion can do open challenges, so can I. And Penta comes out. Hendry's going to win, but this is going to be a real fun match. Let's have Penta do the Hendry pose. Hendry does the strut. A fun, great time. November 14th, SmackDown, Joe Hendry versus JC Mateo. Hendry is going to barely win and then get jumped by Jacob Fatu. And I mean proper jump. Like, he is going to get fucked up. Which leads to Joe Hendry missing Monday Night Raw. He was supposed to be having a match with Sami Zayn, but about halfway through the show, Adam Pearce announces that Joe Hendry is suffering from a bit of an injury after getting jumped back on SmackDown. Cena shows up on Raw and basically says, get a load of this guy. Can't even show up to Monday Night Raw, which causes Sami Zayn to come out and challenge Cena to a match, which you know the deal. LOL, Cena wins. Sami, I'm sorry, you're getting hit with multiple finishers again. RIP, you're back. John Cena then comes out a few days later on SmackDown on November 21st, shows up and says more get a load of this guy stuff, to which Joe Hendry does come out and talks about how he's been put through the ringer, but is still taking Cena down one way or another. Because he's the future and John Cena is the past. After John Cena leaves, Hendry says, that's all right. I'll get my shot against you at some point. But while I'm here, while I'm back on SmackDown, hey, Solo, Fatu, Mateo, how about one of you comes out here and actually faces me instead of jumping me after a match? Fatu takes the challenge and then takes the loss against Joe Hendry, which causes Cena to come out, hit Joe Hendry with one AA, but fuck up the second, where Joe Hendry manages to hit his finish on John Cena and stand tall, if even just for a moment. Finally, we are at the November 29th Survivor Series, and finally, Joe Hendry has earned a shot against John Cena for the WWE title. Hendry hits his finisher, Cena kicks out. Cena hits his finisher, Hendry kicks out. Cena puts him in the STFU. Hendry fights out of it. Hendry almost gets counted out, but gets back in the ring. John Cena hits a double AA. Hendry kicks out, an avalanche AA. And Hendry gets pinned. Post pay-per-view conference, and Joe Hendry is out, dropping a promo of the year, talking about how he fought against the best and brightest that WWE has to offer, how he came from TNA wrestling to show the world that he had a shot at Cena. And while he came up short, he still fought true and he fought proud. Cena comes out and once again buries Joe Hendry. He's like, yeah, indie jobbers, am I right? Anyways, I have a special pay-per-view coming up on December 27th, the final countdown. To which Joe Hendry says, you know what? You think you can come out here and just talk over me again? Be a big bully again, Cena? What if we ran it back one more time? Huh? But Cena says, actually, I beat you. I don't have to run it back with you. To which Triple H comes out and says, actually, nerd emoji, I run this shit. It's happening one more time. Joe Hendry versus John Cena for the WWE title. Weeks leading up to December 5th, we're going to have John Cena and Joe Hendry face off against other people in matches on the lead up. We're going to have Cena face the likes of, let's have him face face-turned Braun Breaker. Let's have Joe Hendry face The Miz. Let's have Joe Hendry face Finn Balor while John Cena faces Kevin Owens. Then on December 19th, Monday Night Raw, we're going to have Joe Hendry and Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre and Finn. Hendry and Sheamus get the win, but Cena jumps Hendry and Sheamus after the match, and then jumps Drew and Finn. He takes out everybody. Cena is desperate. He's incensed. He goes on a tirade saying, nobody is taking this title from me, and nobody can do anything about me. I'm going to retire with this title, and on January 1st, I'm going to leave WWE with this title. Real champion, blah, 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 blah. The final SmackDown before the final countdown, we have John Cena and Joe Hendry in a heavily security-filled ring doing one final promo battle. It's Joe Hendry doing the classic come-up pay-per-view promo. It's John Cena trying his best to bury him, trying his best to get a reaction out of the crowd because he knows that the crowd hates him. But Joe Hendry just keeps firing back, saying this and that. No, I'm actually going to give you the details. Joe Hendry tells Cena that you have been a coward your entire title run. You have done nothing but back away from challenges. You've done nothing but take the easy way out. At Final Countdown, you and me are going to fight for that title. And I'm not only going to walk away as champion, but you're going to walk out of WWE as a loser. And the WWE universe is going to see you for what you really are, John Cena. This gets intense, and John Cena and Joe Hendry break past security. They start fighting each other. John Cena starts taking out security. Joe Hendry starts taking out security. They are fighting. The entire locker room comes out the back. Everyone is trying to separate them to no use. But Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce come out, and they're like, you know what? You two, we're going to make this match even more substantial. You two are going to face off in a last man standing match. And now here we are at Final Countdown. John Cena defending the WWE Championship against Joe Hendry in a last man standing match. And this match is brutal. Let's deck out the arena in John Cena merch. Cardboard cutouts of him all over the stage. Let's make the ring have maybe not something as obnoxious as like a face of John Cena on the ring map, but something like that. There are people in the front row. John Cena's old opponents. Randy Orton's in the front row. We have Carlito. We have Triple H. We have Shawn Michaels. We have Rey Mysterio. All these legends watching the front row. We have commentary from CM Punk, because CM Punk is just a great commentator in general, and I think he would really lend a fantastic voice to this. And the match is insane. John Cena throws Joe Hendry off the stage with an AA. Joe Hendry cracks Cena over the head with a chair shot. John Cena can afford the $500,000 fine. Don't worry about it. These two go absolutely fucking crazy. At one point, John Cena hits Shawn Michaels with a punch, but Shawn Michaels hits Cena with a super kick just to fuck with him. But then legends on the heel side of things come over. And we start seeing some quick little moments between the legends, kind of Avengers Endgame style, like that one WrestleMania match between, I don't know, Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. It was pretty fun. But during all the melee, all the quick little finisher moments that these old men can barely do because they're old and rickety and creaky, we see Joe Hendry in the middle of the ring, and he hits Cena with his finisher, kick out. John Cena is put into a sleeper hold, but Cena fights out of it. He hits Joe Hendry with an AA, but Joe Hendry kicks out, and then Joe Hendry gets up to his feet. Punch. A punch from Cena. A punch from Joe Hendry. Back and forth until Joe Hendry reverses a punch, and then he gets Cena up on his shoulders and hits John Cena with an attitude adjustment. And then he lifts Cena up, puts him into position, and hits his own finisher. 1, 2, 3. Joe Hendry is your WWE champion. He has
Okay. So he made Joe Hendry the end of be all as John Cena's final opponent. Interesting. Not too bad. Not too shabby.
Seated John Cena. And at the final countdown, at Cena's last pay-per-view, at Cena's last chance to etch his name into history and walk out of WWE as the WWE champion, the last real champion, he has lost. And that is the end of John Cena. Now, at this point, Joe Hendry could go down any path. He could face anyone. I feel like at this point, we could have Damian Priest come into the WWE title picture. We could have Jacob Fatu. We could have a lot of people come in and face Joe Hendry. Now, I don't want Joe Hendry to hold the title for like 2 years, a year, or whatever. He can lose the title eventually, but I think this is a really great moment to not only get Joe Hendry over even more to the WWE audience, but just to provide a surprise, genuine surprise, shocker end for John Cena's WWE title. And Cena will come back, of course. He will come back and be announced for the Hall of Fame, because if John Cena's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, I don't know who is. Have Cena do a couple appearances before WrestleMania in the Hall of Fame ceremony. Apologize. Make good. Put over Joe Hendry on the microphone and say, you were right. I was a coward. Hopefully, at WrestleMania, my Hall of Fame induction, I can make good with the universe. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I would book John Cena's retirement year. What do you guys think? This is a long video. Like, my recording is currently like 45 minutes before I cut it down and, you know, chop it together. But honestly, I want to know what you guys think. I'm very tempted to just leave the picture as the thumbnail for the background, just like, you know, get it out in general, because this video has been sitting out for a long time. So if you came all the way through, thank you for watching, first and foremost. But like I said, let me know what you guys think down in the comments section below. Tell me what I did wrong. Tell me what you think I did right. Tell me how you would have booked John Cena's retirement tour. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're staying hydrated. I'll see you next time.
That wasn't that bad though. I actually liked it. It was different. It was a different reaction video. I really hope you guys will enjoy it and everything like that too, because I really liked it and stuff like that, man. Because you guys are a good inspiration to me, man. We are growing. We almost at 500 subscribers. We getting there, baby. We at like 414 right now, or 412 or whatever. We there. We coming. So I hope you guys will tune on in and show some love to this guy here, man. He really did a good job with this video. I really hope so. I really hope that he will like me to react to it, because it was pretty good, a pretty good reaction. It wasn't too bad. a good shock ending too. I didn't expect Joe Hendry to be the end all to be all to be John Cena's final opponent, which is pretty cool. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. You guys are new, and we're out, bro. Peace.